it down here one time.
You can turn it off.
I had to change burners. I couldn't get it low enough to, whatever I was doing. It was way too high.
Somebody warned me when I first changed to gas that, you know, that so that was the first thing I looked at, even when I was shopping for them, was what size burners I had.
You could put a smaller orifice on that, Holly.
The lower
Orifice?
I like a bigger orifice, John.
Just pick a butter.
Don't like where it is.
Who's driving this train?
I'll leave that alone.
Put it on the next one.
That's the size of the orifice.
Huh? John, what'd you say?
Nothing.
What'd you say, John? Huh?
See, this way you can't complain about who made the gravy. We're both making the gravy.
I appreciate it.
I want some of that skin over there.
Gravy making skills are not.
You know, Holly, I made it at home, but until I got married and watched Grandma Thomas make it, I never really learned how to make it. Now I can make small batches, whatever, when I go get
Hey,
chicken
Mom.
strips.
That's on camera.
It ends up too. Mine always ends up.
Holly, I don't see a platter.
The basics is you use the same amount of flour as you do fat, and you make sure and cook
Well, I
the
will, but I'm gonna
flour
have to
and
cook
the
it
fat mixture, so it
Dark
doesn't taste like
and
I just
raw
need to use that 9x13 because I know
flour.
the only other.
Where's your bacon, Holly? Is it in the fridge?
Oh, yeah, that's perfect.
It's very summery.
You got some schmitz on it. That's
Just de-schmutz it with your shirt.
Doing the green beans.
Yeah.
Noggin.
You got a large fork?
Yeah. There's a one over in the cutlery by the Santa Claus drawer.
There's a big serving knife in there. Or so.
I'm not sure I understand that.
Over there, next to the wall.
Get in here just for 2 seconds.
There's a big one here.
Oh, I just need the fork for this operation.
Are we gonna do any milk? Even a little bit?
Come on.
I would like to do just a little bit of milk.
My milk is in the back of my fridge,
Uh-oh.
but I can.
Let me do that. You can do that.
Angie, can you get the milk?
Yeah.
Do you have the butter in here already?
No.
That's where we differ. I just need to have plain broth if I got good broth. Salt and pepper in the potatoes yet?
No.
John, will you, or Angie, will you pour a little bit of broth in for me? This right here.
I am otherwise disposed right now. Whatever. I'm not sure that's the right word.
Did you have butter out for the potatoes? I just got one out. Put some in the green beans. But,
I just handed one to
Okay.
Angie. There's that one right there.
oh, I got that one out for the green beans. Oh, no, there's another one. Sorry.
Yes, you need to set this one. Where's this? Let's see if this one got better still on it.
Probably just need to have
I want to get some from Paper Chef. I want to.
I got one of the black plastic ones. Okay, more.
What's that?
More. Oh,
Do you want some butter or something?
yeah, that'll be fine.
It's trash.
I need broth.
No, over against the wall by John.
More, just
Can you
four.
grab me a knife?
Four.
That's too much
Okay,
milk.
stop. You're not making that driving this train, I am.
You made all that good broth and you're making milk.
Does it
for
automatically not
raw
work?
gravy.
Yes, it does, but I don't need that for this.
Now I need
just
broth.
a small knife.
Angie.
Hang on.
That's what I want right here.
Four. Stop. Thank you.
Did you Did you just stop? Really?
I'm just giving her a hard time.
You're stressing
I'm
me
gonna
out.
need a napkin.
Ow. Do you want any, half and half for milk and these? They're pretty thin already with just the
No, I
butter.
think that's fine. Do I need to take the covering off of the stuffs probably?
I was gonna drain almost all the water off the green beans and put some butter in the bacon. I turned it down a little.
No onions?
Oh, the onions would be great.
Do you have dried onions?
Yeah.
Pour some in. Dried onion flakes?
Yep.
Yep, that's what I use all the time now because I can't keep the milk fresh.
No.
Dried regular onions, you know.
Potatoes are good to go.
Come back in here so they're not in the road.
Which one am I?
Yeah. Should be going on.
You're losing some of your heat. Fun. Yum. What else? Did you salt the water on the beans?
Yep. Quite liberally, actually.
Okay.
My goodness, I'm already getting full just listening.
Just looking at it, huh?
Yeah.
Calories are just jumping right on you, don't they?
It's a battle.
Yum. Looks good, Holly.
Beth, you want me to open the Shiraz too?
It doesn't matter.
Fire makes things hot then.
Now, Lois, you want a wing with all the stuff on it, or you want me to take it off of you?
No, I don't want the, you can take the little wingy part off. The rest of it can stay.
Well, it's not chilled. I forgot to put it. Do you want me to?
No, it doesn't need to be
You don't
chilled.
want it chilled? Okay.
Take that off. I'm gonna leave the rest of it.
Most red wines
You
don't
don't have
need to be
to do that.
chilled.
I know, but
I'll
I.
get that in just a moment.
At Amy's
Went
wedding
before the
reception, I had Merlot, and every time I walked by, somebody would put it back in the ice. Not take it back out. Somebody would put it back in the ice.
Yum-o, John. Oh, Holly's using her. That's so cute. Grandpa pot holders. No,
Picture,
a crazy boat.
or even a picture, or you just gonna leave it
You
in
just
there?
got a pot? Great.
I use a small picture. And it's actually one that from Mother and Esther too.
I've got the
I
junk
think it's
on.
like a cereal cream picture.
Come on, quit being silly.
Holly, I need just a smidgen more raw. Just a smidgen. Okay. Yeah, I've got one of these in the black plastic, hard plastic from Pam's Chef.
Maybe tongs for the green beans instead of spoons.
Yeah.
Boy, Holly, your kitchen's good. We got 5 people milling around in here and still making them work.
What do you like on your dressing?
I didn't watch good.
Do you, have,
You have
you
butter
actually
for the
have the
rolls?
butter dish, don't you? Yeah, I'm just now taking it out. But
Hey, Angie, you can help me shut this like this since I got the air conditioner on.
has a picture that matches their dishes, but would constantly refilling it.
It's a teapot, it's not a pitcher.
Yeah.
I know, but it's, I want the
A
cylinder.
saucer.
The,
I want to stick it in the microwave for just a second. Just soften it a little bit.
John, if that bird starts talking back, I'm gone. I think the stuffing's done.
I would leave it in until we're ready to.
Well, I think we're ready. What else do we
Well,
like?
John's.
Oh.
No, hurt John. He's got the toughest job over there.
No, I'm not done here. I'll get it.
It's a good crunchy part. You don't want to mosey throw that away. That's 4:30 snack right there. Hey, I got you. Yeah. Turn it off.
Yeah,
You gotta get past high and go the other direction.
it's off, I
The
think.
rear one's
Something's
still on.
I want it on,
Oh,
just on low, and then you can put your dressing here.
I'm getting ready to eat, Ronnie. We're gonna eat here in a little bit.
Yum, yum.
What?
Keep doing this stuff over here, you're gonna move it over there.
I'm gonna leave it, and John can move the turkey over here. And we'll
Okay.
be-
Sounds good. Got a flow going on.
Grab a roll before you head to the table and.
Yum, yum.
Wine? Who wants a lot of wine? Particular?
I'll take a little bit.
Mom, do you want some? Yes, ma'am. Do you want the Shiraz or do
Yeah,
you want
sure,
the?
that's fine.
Do you want the Noir?
It doesn't matter, either one.
I'll get you one.
Okay.
Wheat or white?
Wheat.
I want the LT.
The LT.
Well, I think you're supposed to sit in the couch here.
No.
It's okay. It's
I
hard
know
to get up
John
and
has
down.
to sit in one.
It's hard to get up and down now.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Holly.
How many are collapsing?
Woo!
Oh, I need some cranberry sauce to go with my turkey and stuff.
That's where you get the dressing, the salads. I'm running out of room for my roll, but you may have to go on the napkin.
Nancy, do you want some wine?
I brought napkins.
Do you want the Shiraz or the Noir? Just whichever's sweeter. I don't know. I'm not sure, so. Doesn't matter.
That is.
It's chilled and there's more of it, so there you go with that one.
Generally, the sweeter one is chilled more. The drier, the warmer.
Daddy, do you want some wine?
Share with me.
Fork in that pan right up there. Just bring it nice all over it.
Oh, my goodness.
Oysters in it, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I taste it.
Do you like oysters? Ronnie and Holly do too, so. Well, that's a pretty skimpy plate.
I think the fork is on the wrong side there.
No. That's when you set a proper table.
I got 2 of them.
Really not a bad plan with these small plates. A salad plate, no. Oh my gosh.
Yum, yum. Holly, we're waiting on you. Mm-mm-mm.
Grandma crunchy. Old time recipe.
I asked Macy what she wanted in her Thanksgiving meal. She said rolls.
My family likes rolls and mashed potatoes.
Well, did you not get the dark meat?
I did, right here. I got 2 plates.
Oh, and Ronnie like dark meat too. Are you dark or white?
I'm a white.
You're dark.
I
White.
don't like meat.
Oh.
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm after those French green beans. Every time I go to Sam's, those are good.
Is that where she got them?
I passed up on those for this round. I'll get those.
Holly, you did good.
Thank you. Thank you, Village.
Man, I remember these plates. We used them for Sunday dinner, and the preacher always came.
Confirmation or whatever. There's some of them are, because you stack them on top of one another, some of them have some pretty rough edges in the middle, but
What do you need?
They came out of cereal,
They
I'm
used
pretty
them.
sure.
I don't think the plate would fit. Are you sure it wasn't maybe the grocery store or something? When you're buying groceries, you could
I was
get,
thinking they were cereal.
In the ice chest out there by,
because the platter and the serving bowls are pretty big. I mean,
That's true.
I was debating on that too.
in the drawer right there in front of you on the right, next to the, all the way to the right there, there
Are
should
we
be
eating early
some,
enough we can do it again?
all the way
Sure.
on the far right.
All day long.
Oh, Holly. Wonderful. You did good, girl.
You did a good job.
Can we hire you to do this already?
I don't mind. I like to do it. I really do.
Mm-mm-mm. You can use my plate if you want to.
Borrow some real estate here.
Mm.
All the crispy coated stuff's gonna be gone first, huh?
So good.
I think everybody's busy eating.
I've got bottles too, Daddy, if you want.
Bottles of what?
Whatever, probably. I have got plenty of. I'm pretty sure the table is a tech-free zone. What are you doing?
Pretty sure.
Oh, open something.
I was gonna say, nobody is
Make
supposed
an
to have their
exception.
phones at the table. You know, you take a bite when you take it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we have a picture of Mother doing the same thing.
I think so too. It grosses kids and grandkids out, but I thought it was. I mean, that's where the best meat is on.
Got more flavor?
love that dressing.
Did you notice the bra? Maybe-
John, where are you going?
There's a problem with my plate.
It's empty.
Making true stock with the bones.
I know.
Your broth is jellied instead of liquid because of the.
bones.
Mm-hmm. And what did we decide it was?
The marrow.
Marrow, not collagen, marrow.
I watched the Iron Chef Thanksgiving reruns, and one of them actually, it was beef, but they took the bones and they made marrow pudding.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
They say it's really good for you. No,
Well, those
it's
big-
healthy too. I mean,
They'll
there's
crack them
nothing in
open
that
and just
now.
roast them, and then you just eat the marrow.
And Esther would be proud too. Your salt cellar.
You are just about to run over.
I know, I had a whole situation in the kitchen.
Best piece of the chicken. Turkey, whatever. And frying it. Ooh, crispy, got a bunch of the rub on it. Television probably. And her,
Air conditioner.
oh, there's me. The lane.
Gracias.
Anybody else want a napkin? Another
I'm
napkin?
gonna need some more.
I grabbed one of your extra ones already.
Very, very good. Very tasty.
That's probably the best dressing I've ever had. The oysters.
That's good, isn't it?
What kind you eat?
The oyster. I like oysters.
I like it, no, but I like the other one. No, I don't need it. I just like it.
I was really shocked when Tanya ate the oyster dressing last year.
There was more of it gone than
The other.
you got a tooth.
Yes.
Did you try the oyster?
You gotta go to the dentist.
Right, and me, bother you, John?
No,
Sorry?
he's got a
He's got a
tooth.
tooth.
Well, I don't.
Yeah, I wished I didn't.
I'm gonna have to get crowns on my back.
You let it get too bad, they'll have to put you on antibiotics before they can even do anything.
Well, they're gonna have to pull it.
Yep, they won't. If it's infected, they'll still put you on antibiotics and wait another.
Very, very good.
Sorry. I want some more gravy. Me too. My dressing ran out of gravy.
Which sounds good.
Huh?
Which Sam do you go
What's the description? Usually at Joann's and used to be Hobby Lobby sometimes. Hancock's was back was there.
Means I need more gravy. Might as well get more dressing and go with gravy, huh?
Even it all out.
Supply and then go to.
Even it all out.
They just built a new one over on May off of 44.
I
sure wish Enid would get one.
Somebody in the shop
What they
told me about a really
Huh?
good Mexican food place on,
I sure wish
I
Enid
think,
would get a
50th and
Sam's.
MacArthur,
Called
called,
getting it what they needed.
No, I'm saying I sure wish they would.
little short name. I wrote it down in the beauty shop so I wouldn't forget.
What are you trying
Where's
to
our
do?
China King? I was trying to tell her where that was. That's pretty close to MacArthur and 50th,
That one on the north side where you turn and go, or on the south
in the
side,
little strip mall.
turn and go south? That's,
Is it MacArthur?
I might even, no, it's before that. Is it Council even?
Oh, no.
It's pretty far out.
No.
Yes.
It's
It's right,
Portland or,
no, it's right there where the Walgreens and
where's your
CVS
fried
is.
pie place? It's not very far from here.
It's at Meridian, well, MacArthur and 50.
Yeah, it is MacArthur.
Cajun King is what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Cajun.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The China King is back on,
That's what
That's close.
Cajun King's third.
I
yeah.
was gonna say the health department shut our Chinese buffet thing down.
They need to shut ours down, it's gross.
So it's on what now? The fried pie place?
50th and Meridian, MacArthur. I turn on.
Well, that's where she said the Mexican food place is, so it's gotta be right there.
I usually get off on Meridian, but then go west on 50th and run
I
into
know,
it.
I know. But they look too good, I have to eat it.
What happened to you when all that in there yet, broke in?
Yeah, I think a rock got thrown
Did I do that? Or that could almost be a BB, that
low
could have.
and, yeah, it would've went through the other one if it was, and there's no BB in between. So,
I threw a rock at it.
at some point, I think a rock got thrown. It used to just
Some kid do that.
No, Daddy.
I think that would be me.
mow it, lawnmower. It used to just be the hole, but then, you know, earthquakes in Oklahoma, as we have.
Temperature changes too.
You have your office too, I like your lawn. Maybe I like the big lawn.
Yeah, probably lobby. Lobby, lobby.
Because Stoney's was a craft show last year.
Mhm.
I should be coming out.
It's the,
You don't know how many people come in my office and say, where'd you get that reap? Them shotgun shells on.
Yeah, what?
I said, my hat is that for
Well,
That's a one of a kind.
I said, well, that's pretty neat. I said, yep, sure it is. Don't you wish you had one?
Mm-mm-mm.
I hope I get around all this.
Huh?
I hope I get around all this.
Well, why you got red stuff on both plates?
Well, I like the red stuff with my dressing and turkey. So I put a little bit over here, so.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Are these the ones that we got at Grandma's?
No.
Because there were some in Grandma's cabinets that we thought were frosted till we started washing them.
yeah, I have those, no, they're not.
I had to buy these. I took the dishes like into a mother-daughter banquet at church. And then I did a fundraiser with the
Governor's thing.
museum, yeah. And people did tables, you brought your own dishes and set up the table, and I needed glasses, so I didn't have them to drink glasses, so I finally found these that have the gold. To use for my glasses.
They look a lot, or I think, I don't remember what those look like, but I remember when we took them out of the cabinets, we thought they were frosted.
Yep.
Well, those are cool, they're frosted, then we went to wash them and it was like,
No,
no,
they're not.
that's not frosted.
Those little glasses, those shorter glasses that, none of those came in cereal too. But they were like that too, man. I put them in the dishwasher. And I love them now.
Karen the ruby red. I told her I would like to have 4 of the champagne glasses because they make a
Underneath the sink.
air conditioner on Thanksgiving.
I've done it on Christmas
Yeah.
when I've had Christmas there. You get a lot of people in a house and
Don't eat your finger.
John?
So are we putting the hot stuff on here?
No, hot stuff staying there.
All
He's
of
gonna move the turkey there and then.
We don't want any of your blood on the turkey.
Was it last year that he sliced his finger with that mandolin? Or was that year before last?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I know I had a hairdresser that almost took her thumb or finger off and had to go to the emergency room.
With one of those?
Handkerchief mandolin. They are sharp. But boy, did they ever slice potatoes or fried potatoes in a hurry.
Benji, come here, man.
Yes.
No,
We didn't get to the brie beforehand, huh? Are we gonna have it later or?
It's good.
They say it's good with dessert. I mean, you've got your cheese and your sweet. I hear.
Snacky.
Can we do anything to help you, John?
I'm back down.
That's Mother's old-fashioned cranberry salad.
What are those
You
white
grind up
cherries?
orange and apple and raw cranberries
I've seen
and
the recipe, but I've never had it.
pecans and celery. Beth and I love it. That's that the red applesauce, and then in the middle is a cream cheese. Miracle Whip and celery. She would put pecans in it. You can't put pecans in it too. I was a little bit surprised when I saw the Miracle Whip, but then I knew.
Like
I
Miracle
kinda
Whip,
knew
surely
that.
she meant to write Cool Whip. Miracle Whip.
Seems like I knew that. Because it's almost the sweet and the,
That's all the things I
you
get.
don't want it. It's too much sweet.
The rolls probably fell because they're all piled up on each other. It'll still be good.
It's okay.
John's got that fried turkey down to a science.
Yes, she does. And it's a lot of work for, makes it easy on the cooks, but it's a lot of work for the person doing it.
Well, sometimes it's dry, but his is pretty moist.
You inject them with all that stuff.
Well, I think the resting helps too. To where the juices don't come out.
Yeah.
Okay, Holly, I'm gonna take this spoon out. You can just put the dipper in and you can stir it a bit.
Do we need to shut it off?
That's fine.
It's under cheese and everything, yeah.
It's low. Stop. A lot of people
So
got
which
me
one
wrong.
did you take?
That one.
This one?
Yeah. Oh, and you'd be surprised. Jeannie didn't get me right. Misty didn't get me right.
No?
A whole bunch of people didn't get me right. But like people, Lisa got me, and Lynn, and just random
The blue eyes and the nose didn't good,
people who
huh?
don't know me very well did not got me. But
Of course, your hair was blonde then too, a little, looked blonder and now you're dark, so that one would have really thrown because you really look blonde in that one.
it's fine.
Holly, where was your spoon rest thing? I saw it earlier.
there. It's a little fragile. I've glued it back together a couple times. It's porcelain. It keeps your blanket on.
Yummer, yummer.
Where'd your daddy wander off to?
He's sitting in here, then in his chair, ready to go.
Oh, ready?
All right, let's call
where he should sit, and I told him, and so he went and sat.
Much of it, it's pick around the back.
Makes him stuffy, ATL
Yes.
at best. Yeah,
What can I do?
I was scared to death, mine wouldn't even gel up. The first layer, I had to put it in the freezer to
You
get
put
it
those
to
eject buttons
gel
on
up,
top,
and then the
it
second
goes out.
one did. Right.
There's so many different crispy pieces.
I know.
Oh, need to get the rolls in it.
Alright.
Yummer,
Reminder,
yummer.
Fire makes things hot, so be careful.
All right, do we need to say prayers?
Get around the table and grab your plate after we pray.
Tall folk are gonna have to sit in cow chairs.
The plate aren't as big, so you don't have to go back. One piece, Grandma's dishes. Up, your plate, come on. Come on. That Jonesy was.
John, here's your plate. Auntie Beth, here's your plate.
Thank you.
I'm gonna run out of room, I can tell already.
Well, that's why I think I'll do the hot stuff first and then.
Nobody's gonna take a picture of me if I do.
John, come on, you can get mine.
Do we have salt and pepper on the table?
If I'm going Ronnie, I'm going
Presentation for a dessert, you know. And she said, in a champagne glass? I said, this is back in the daycare, and the champagne glass is about this big around and about this tall on the stem. They're not the ones that keep the bubbles in like you use for champagne now. And they call them a champagne glass? Yes.
Only if you go and drink all the tea.
I can make some more.
So,
I'm just saying.
Okay. I'll make some more as soon as I'm done.
did I tell you what a good deal she got me on the tier tray? $7.
And it was because she waited till the last day.
Saturday, half price.
I reckon I better get some of these times.
And it might have even been more than that, because we're
Where's
way
this
go all
one?
the
What is this
time.
one right here? What is this?
That's
The
red hot,
one.
and applesauce, and,
Is it any good?
yeah.
It's really
Love
good.
it.
Maybe I'll try some.
I'm saving it for dessert.
This here stuff is just pretty bad going.
See, John likes it too. So we can just not making that more. I know Hollie will eat it.
What?
That raw cranberry, like Mother used to make. Beth and I always hesitated to make it because we thought we'd be the only ones that eat it. I was shocked at the shop how many doors,
Really?
Betty Meyer, and it was all this one. I mean, Dorsey's didn't have apples, they didn't have pineapple, but I mean, it was all the, I was shocked how many people still make that, you know, use that. Cause now there's the poofy ones with, you know, you use the marshmallows and the Cool Whip and the canned cranberry sauce or whatever instead of the old fashioned.
Well, if I don't take to this oyster stuff, you don't eat it.
Do you like oyster soup?
I don't know.
You never had it?
I don't know.
You had them on when we went to, New Orleans.
No,
on
that's different. When you eat them straight off the
Bourbon
shell.
Street.
You can eat them straight.
No, I can't. No.
I can't either.
You can't eat them that way.
No,
Yeah.
sir.
Well, I
Holly said, well,
Smells
just
different.
swallow them. I said, what is the purpose of eating something if you just swallow it to keep
It's
them?
the sauce they put on them, I guess. I don't know, but I'm the same way, Lois.
Ronnie and Holly, I've done them several times when we
got
went to.
one out in the old bar in Denver.
Little lemon juice, little hot
Yeah.
sauce?
And this guy had a bet. That guy, that bartender, he could eat them faster than he could crack them. I don't know who won the bet.
When Lonnie
Not a
and
fan?
Pam and your dad and I went to that road trip to
I'm
Florida.
not sure about the red hot stuff.
Oh, John.
Really? We stopped at a local seafood place and there was this guy shucking them
I think if I was eating something different.
in addition to the restaurant. And there was this guy from Oklahoma, never had them, and the guy didn't miss a beat, handed him one to try, and he ran out the door. It was like,
Couldn't eat it.
mm-mm.
You talking about oysters?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's not.
I think it's a consistency thing. If you
It
don't,
is.
if
For
you're
me.
not worried about consistency, you
I
don't
guess
do
so.
it.
I mean, it's not bad. It's just
I mean, and what do you taste when you swallow it? Do you cut it up?
Just like salty seeds,
It's real salty sea, yeah.
Well, I know,
fresh. Like what I would imagine.
but do you
I mean,
cut
I'm
it
not-
open or do you just swallow the whole thing?
You chew them if they're big enough.
Oh, somebody told me you never chew them because they get.
Just get bigger
Oh,
and bigger. I don't
it
chew mine.
I chew them.
Chew it,
It's too big.
tear it up, or whatever how you use it, slide down.
We were downtown once and just happened on, where was that place, down in Bricktown?
Crab down.
Crackdown, and they had a contest who could,
Having a
you know, and they had to
crawfish.
suck the heads and they had to,
Crawfish
you know.
contest.
I can.
Man, there were how many of them, man, they were just going at it like crazy.
Crawfish.
A young woman. There was a young girl
She
just
wouldn't know.
killing it.
Mm-hmm. We went to a crab shack. Is that what it is down
Yeah.
there? And they had it outdoors. And
Yeah, that was too. You maybe were with
I was
us.
gonna say maybe that was.
I think you were with us. Yeah.
And there were people
I'm not
making fun of
about
us for not sucking the heads, and it's like, don't think so.
And I even ate them.
I never liked him, Georgia.
I love
crawfish.
crawdads, but I won't suck the heads for sure.
On Christmas, we need to do Christmas and do scallops and king crab legs and. We
So
do that a
Holly,
lot for Christmas,
do you just melt the red hots first and then stir in the?
in the hot water?
You couldn't only
Did
find
my-
the red hots for a while, you remember when we had to.
I
They're
grabbed them
hard
when
to
I
find.
find them. Yeah.
Don't they have like this so big
Walmart
bags
at
of them at Sam's?
You gotta buy the
Got these at the
broth.
dollar store.
Because some of
Walmart
them
in
melt.
that
If you get the
bucket
cheaper brands,
that
the
has
inside
like
won't melt.
the
Yeah.
movie candy in it.
They have red hots in there.
Boxes of red hot, like the movie candy.
They have red tamales.
Somebody said they'd use those, just got the smallest stuff off
There's
the
too much
outside.
gummy on the inside.
Well,
yeah.
they threw that away. They just
Oh.
melted and got the hot off because they couldn't find red hot.
Yeah. It's just 3/4 a cup of water and boil it up, and I went ahead and dumped my, it said a half cup of red hot, so I did 3/4 cup. And then your small box of cherry jello and get it all melted up good. And you pour that in and get it chilled where you can spread your cream cheese and celery and Miracle Whip layer on it. And then do your second round.
There's Miracle Whip in there.
In the middle of it, in that
Now,
white
do you have a
stuff.
white
second
part.
opinion? You like it now, huh?
didn't get much of it. I think I might have missed it.
Miracle Whip and celery.
Cause I ate the top layer, then the middle layer, then the.
Yeah.
I was gonna make some spiced tea with red hots, and it took me forever to find them too, I remember. And stick cinnamon too.
Stick cinnamon's expensive.
Terribly expensive.
I got a Mexican boy that works downstairs that brought me some
What?
cinnamon drink that they make.
Yeah.
It's,
Was it good?
oh, it's,
Like hot chocolate?
yeah,
or with
like
cinnamon?
hot chocolate
Yeah.
only with cinnamon.
That sounds good.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
phenomenal. He
Yeah.
brought it in a thermos.
A real sugary.
Motto, no, but it was sweet. You gotta be careful when Motto brings you
I was
something.
gonna say, I wouldn't eat from
He
Motto.
dumped it out there, he said, here, try that. He brought me some stuff one time, he said, here, roll it up in this tortilla, he said, here, try that.
I'd
That
eat
ain't good? I
Go-Dad's.
said, wasn't bad. He said, well, the neighbor's horse died, we.
No.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't ask him first?
Not
Come like
normally.
Aunt Esther's, they won't tell you, you know, in time.
You know what? I'm grown now. I'm not eating some horse.
I thought you were
can
gonna
get
say
away with
goat.
It ain't that bad.
'Cause
You,
they
I
don't
guarantee
know.
you probably wouldn't know it.
What did he bring one time? It was like goat head or something. What was it that he got
They
from
do this all the
29th
time.
Street?
Oh, Lord, them people down there at 29th and Avenue.
Yeah. Anita, they put a whole cow head in the oven. The whole head. Just take the skin off.
No, thank you.
Put the whole head in the oven, and then
Eats
you
turkey
eat.
butts.
That's how you make head sausage with the pig, Holly.
don't eat head sausage.
That's why when we went to Mexico, it was like, and the vegetables and fruit or
Normally,
watered
he
with
brings you some good
shit
stuff.
water, and it's just hard to find stuff to eat. And their meat, I won't eat any of the meat. Becky was chowing down on something, and I said, Becky, did you see any cats running around? Have you seen a cat in Mexico? She said, oh!
China's worse than you.
Mexico.
You ever had food poisoning?
The first time we went to Mexico, I drank bottled water, but I didn't brush my teeth, and I ate everything, whatever. Got sicker than a dog. So after that, I brought a little pot that I would heat up water, and then I could pour in some coffee. Bottled water to brush my teeth with.
I think I had food poisoning.
Are you
last
coming back?
Thanksgiving.
Really?
Would you bring me the other wingy thing?
Oh yeah, but what was it over?
I
The
think
other
it was
wing
McDonald's.
thing?
We'd stopped at McDonald's and I was fine when I got to your house, but 2:30 in the morning, I was not so fine.
Amy still won't eat roasted chicken. And I said, well, I eat my own. It's hard for me to eat them anywhere else, but, because we got really bad
I was really,
food
really sick.
poisoning.
Yeah.
Do you know what they say you get in fast food the most is off the lettuce?
I had a Big Mac and I haven't touched a Big Mac since.
It might have been on the lettuce then.
Now, one time Mom made that, and I don't know what, because you guys didn't get sick. That was the weirdest thing.
Pork tenderloin.
With that apricot sauce on it, and we had it together, and I went back to Stillwater, and I no sooner got in the door, and it was, and then I was fine. Like, it seemed like once I got rid of it.
And when I finally went back to work, everybody was talking about their experiences, and that's the first time I'd heard that you could get it from lettuce. But there's different stages too, and they actually have a pill that if you have, which ours was bad, it took us 2-3 days to get over it.
Mine was about 2 days. I was even sick when we got home.
And they say if you get it the bad, you need to go to the emergency room because they can't give you a shot or a pill or something. But it was from that roasted
Pie
chicken.
cutter and servers over there.
That's why I'm so careful about putting food up after you eat. And there was this one girl at work that was about my age. She would go, and I think she had sensitive teeth. She would go put her lunch out an hour before to let it get room temperature. And if we had potluck, they laughed at me because I started putting stuff in the refrigerator. At your grandma's, did they just put a cloth over the top and then
Yeah,
you
we
eat it
did.
at night? I never remember that.
We did. We went and set it out on the freezer. Picked the coldest room of the house.
Which grandma?
We did it at Aunt Esther's and Mother's.
Oh, Mother was picky about putting stuff up. I can't remember that. Because they were RNs and it was just like you don't, you almost
Did I
had
bring that to you or did John bring that to you?
John did it.
Oh, I put it on my plate. I'm thinking, now, wait a minute. How are you eating that?
I was gonna get her going, Dad.
How's the gravy, Holly?
It's good.
Can you taste the turkey in?
It's all good.
I used almost, what, over a half a gallon of broth in it.
What's wrong, John? Just having a pie emergency.
It might be hard to get the first piece out.
I guess that tooth isn't slowing him down much, huh?
Hey, that looks like homemade crust.
Duh, John.
You think they make a crust big enough for that pie pan?
Oh,
Is that salt?
Pink Himalayan salt.
You need to take a bath in this, Holly.
It's good for you.
Himalayas.
I don't use regular ionized table salt. I mean, I have it, but I don't really use it.
Do you know Grandma says you
It
have
was
to have
kinda mingled, but I
ionized?
got it out.
Did you
Or you
get the
get
first
the-
piece out? It doesn't slant like a
She
regular
told
pie
us-
pan. It kinda almost goes straight down
I
and
don't
then
use salt.
I got it.
Anyway,
I got,
The
that's just the bottom
iodine in
half.
it?
just telling you the
Keeps
brain
away
may
the-
not be so good.
Oh, I bet it
Scurvy or
is.
something?
I'm not real worried about catching scurvy, really. Too much.
She was adamant that you had to buy iodized salt, not the regular salt. But I think I've seen little kiosks that have that Himalayan salt for bath salts.
I think so much of our food is so salty. I think we get all our salt without even putting.
See, I need salt, so that's why I'm not worried about it. My body needs salt.
Why are you looking at me?
Might need a minute.
Your eyes glazed over a little.
I was like, are you okay? We need to leave you alone with the pie.
And calf slobbers. How are the calf slobbers?
You
How
don't
come
like
you're
quite
eating it
sweet
without
enough.
calf
You
slobbers?
don't like calf slobbers?
Mhm.
Oh, he's got a plan.
It's not quite sweet enough, probably.
That's the bottom half, that's the top half. It
Gotcha.
didn't come out all the
Gotcha.
way it's supposed to. So you kind of got,
Gotcha. I know, I can't, I want a piece of pie so bad, but I think I'm
I'm
gonna
trying to
wait.
finish my plate. I probably should not have it.
Maybe Holly will make some coffee after a while. Have a piece of pie with some coffee.
Some cake.
Some, why not? John, you need to use a water pick. Since I've got this bottom thing, and they told me water pick. I use it on the top too, and it's like, why haven't I been doing this?
Yeah, when I got my bridge, that's what they told me to use.
I just use sherry.
Works.
Good for good dessert.
Do what?
Good dessert.
What?
Oh.
Oh. Well, that pie looks good. I'm just so full. I want to enjoy it.
Right on the line.
Can I have just a bite until I go get my own?
No,
Come on.
John.
Look over there.
now that don't have this, that,
I gotta have some crust and have some slobbers and some pudding.
I don't think you got much pudding. FYI, my coconut cream pie recipe, if I doubled it, it fit 2 of the 9-inch pointing where pop in.
Yeah.
And I put both of them in that, big 12.
So you doubled the pudding recipe?
I've already got the recipe doubled in my cookbook,
Oh.
because when I took pies to church or whatever, you always had to make 2. So I already have the recipe for doubling it. And I had written in there that it made 2 of my 9-inch pointing ones.
What did you inject the turkey with, John?
Creole butter.
Stuff,
What kind of stuff?
motor oil,
It's called Creole butter.
You make it or you buy it?
Buy
buy
Bass Pro?
it. Buy it at Walmart.
anywhere,
And what'd you rub it with then?
my hands.
What is that, McCormick's Cajun seasoning? What's it called? That Creole butter that comes in a jar and it has an injector, a big injector with it.
Oh, that was good.
The mistake most people make when they inject it is they leave pockets. They'll stick it in there and just squirt like a tube in it instead of just a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there. And then you gotta let it set. Let it set. That sets for 2 days. And let it absorb. You don't wanna, you
Instead
don't
of
wanna.
squirting it in and then frying it, and then all the
Yeah.
juice just runs right back out the hole.
You don't wanna inject it right before you fry it.
It gets big old pockets and it just,
I did it when I first started. Injected it right before I fried it. Not a smart plan.
It's really good and really tender.
Letting that rub and that injection set up, then you tint it, get it good and sealed, and set it, let it set in the refrigerator for a couple days.
No.
it's very good, thank you.
Well, you're doing better than I thought you would.
And then letting it rest after you fry it, I think is, we used to just cut it right away too.
Any meat, they
Just
say
got-
you're supposed to let it rest.
Well,
You just get smarter because it's too damn hot to cut. You just let it sit for a while.
I still like eating it the day you make it too, just making it ahead of time, you know, slicing it and just pouring broth. Like you're almost eating bacon stuff then instead of, you know.
It's gross, it ruins Thanksgiving.
so I have a feeling somebody does that.
Freeze it even.
Oh my,
Ahead of time.
oh my,
Make gravy with drippings from a turkey the summer before
oh my,
that have gone bad.
oh
Can't
my.
figure out what's wrong with the gravy.
2 years ago.
Did anybody sing?
Well, of course I did. She kept saying, what's wrong with the gravy? It smells and it doesn't taste good. And I didn't say it, I don't think at the table, did I? I think I said to her in the kitchen, when we went in the kitchen today, she said, I just don't know what's wrong with the gravy. And I said, Joe, you tasted it? Well, I had it. And
Freezer for 6 months.
I don't know if she had it in the refrigerator too long before she froze it, or if the turkey breast she had bought was, remember your butterball and Enid? That the butter had went rancid?
Rancid, yep.
Yeah. And that's maybe what happened. I mean,
Oh, that was close.
I just
Not
can't-
level, it's very much the farm style. You gotta watch what you're doing.
I like it though.
I like that it's so
Headache to get
wide,
it.
you can set stuff in the middle and not.
This is one drawn like that?
Yeah. And if I'd have gone with the longer, it would have been too big for this room.
You were lucky to get it.
Shady
Yeah, I think it's at
situation.
my house every night. I think, don't you think they should visit?
That guy was a piece of work. He never did.
No, oh boy, dealing with old boy was pretty fun.
I even went to the place where it said his address was, and it was kind of a cosign where you each one, and they said, oh, he hadn't been here for 2 years or something. I'm going, because he wasn't answering your calls or texts or whatever.
They updated their Facebook recently, like they're doing more stuff. I think maybe they were splitting up or having trouble. Or
Marital problems.
Because I think she kind of ran the Facebook and he did the,
Work.
you know, did the,
And they said, oh, we get this all the time. People come in all the time wondering where their stuff is.
No kidding. Wonder why. Oh, mercy me.
So I was surprised you even got it.
Mercy, mercy
I would have
me.
been real irritated if I'd have had to pay for it up front. I really would have been throwing a fit.
You didn't pay for it up front? Oh, I think I thought you did.
Did you find it at Marketplace on Facebook or?
I was just on like scrolling through, you know, like I was for farmhouse table and all.
It was
these
very
things,
reasonable. I mean, it was it was a good price.
Yeah.
But
And it was like what was it, John? 325 or 375?
I don't remember.
a lot of
John, you could make
6
this,
and
honey.
7.
Hello?
I probably couldn't. I'm not a woodworker.
I bet you can.
it's
I think Uncle Ronnie
There's
could.
some maths
it's
to
to
it.
just would you. That's always the thing at the craft shows. What? Don't want to make that. Yeah, but will you? And you realize how much time it takes. You think
Yeah,
it
there's a
looks
lot of
simple,
woodwork too,
but
yeah.
you'd be surprised by the time you stain it, you finish it, and
That's
look
the
at
people
it.
with
You-
quilts. Oh, that's looks good. No, you have no idea the time and hours and the
Yeah,
cost.
my
that
grandma
goes
used to
into
quilt.
those Amish quilts. I'm
I
so
like
excited
your
for next year.
couch chairs. Was that your birth? What was that?
Oh, something.
That was her surprise.
And the room
She
you
thought
have to
she was
have
in
it.
her freezer already.
She has a
Those Amish
whole
ones.
room dedicated for it.
And they all do it by, they're all hand stitched and just.
I didn't realize they were gonna be quite so deep, but
The back bathroom works now, if you need to use it.
I told him that, and it's a taller still.
But you have to hold the,
But there's no curtain,
Handle down.
and Johnny and John. John and Daddy were out there, and it's just
Yeah,
like you
that's what-
bury
I
your
went-
butt and sit
I went
down.
back there and I seen Uncle Ronnie's head and I was like, I'll go to the front one. I don't want to show you my butt.
Yeah, take a piece of foil back there and slop it in the window for just a minute or two.
ain't nobody gonna be outside
That was really good.
caring about your butt.
Thank you, thank you.
Really, really good.
Your plates go in the dishwasher.
I don't think I've ever used a dishwasher with them. There are just 6 of them. I mean, they're just put 7.
You gonna give it to the doggies?
I'll tell you what, the dishwasher liquid is getting so harsh. I've had it turn like my half sheet pans
I'm
and
gonna,
some of my
once I
9 by
use up
12
these,
Wiltons because it's so harsh. I've got to raw wash some of that stuff by hand.
I'm gonna,
Of course, it's
Your
already ruined.
dishwasher?
once I get these
It's the
Clorox.
stuff. It's the soap.
I use those little pods.
That's
Once
what
I get
turns
my little
my
pod used
half
up, I'm
sheets.
gonna switch to
Are you
the,
using the ones from Sam's?
the Young
The
Living.
Members Mark?
That's what I
that's
use.
Well, no,
Ones that
they're
do.
Cascade.
I love them. I've been using them for a
I
couple
took
years
cinnamon
now.
rolls in a Wilton 11 by 15 pan, and when I went and got it, it was all motley and whatever, and I thought, oh, they've used it in a dishwasher and used them really. And then
It might be your water, Lois.
it did one of my have no, because that was in Kingfisher.
Well,
Or
it
the
hasn't
half-
done anything to mine.
And then my half sheet pan, it did the same thing. And some of the, it's all different, and what ingredients it has in it. Some has Dawn, some has, bleach, some
I use the
has
one with Dawn.
lemon, some
I use
has.
the one with Dawn.
I use the Member Mark, whatever
So-
one you get there. I don't know.
I'm gonna switch to the Young Living.
I think it's with
ones.
bleach.
I'm switching to the liquid again because I don't run my dishwasher very often. So my stuff is basically clean when I put it in the dishwasher. I mean, it doesn't have hardly any. So there's nothing for the soap to interact with. So I can use less. I
I
can
think it's
determine how
probably
much
your
soap
water,
I
Lois,
use.
because I've used mine for a couple of years and my pans are just as shiny as they've always been.
It turned in that one pipe, that 11 by 13, and I thought I wondered what they did. And then when it turned my half sheet pans, I thought, it's the dishwasher and some, but I've washed them in there a lot. So it was just, like I'm saying, I think it's
But
the
you
one
know
I
what?
used with whatever
I
ingredient.
don't ever put those half sheets in my dishwasher. I wash those by hand all the time. And I use the Blue Dawn in my soap dispenser.
Yeah, I use Blue Dawn to do my dishes.
And that's all I use.
But
And I use the pods in my dishwasher.
it turned my half sheet pans too. So
You ought to use one of my big pots that I do the chili and soups in on the bottom, had whatever. And I used one of those scrub the flat ones, Scotch whatever.
Scotch Brite.
Yeah, I mean, those got those right back shiny and again, so you might try that.
It almost looks like it's wore off some of the finish. I'm almost afraid to use them.
Wow.
I'll show you when we get home. I'll show you what they look like. So I went to do them by hand and went back to liquid so I can use as much soap depending on how dirty my dishes are. If they're all really, really clean, I'm just going to squirt a little bit in there because my water gets really, really hot. So I don't figure it needs. And the pods, you can't control that. I mean,
But
whether
it's
you
just
put
a
really
little
dirty
bit.
dishes in there or whether you...
They say that the reason why I use it is because they said most people use too much if you have to pour it yourself.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why I went to the pods.
I also know they say if you have a septic system, Charlie Waters that pumps septic tanks, he said 90% of people's septic tanks I pump is because they use powdered laundry soap and powdered dishwasher soap, and that their septic tank is caked with that powdered stuff that didn't dissolve.
And see,
So he said if you have a septic system, you really should use liquid soap. And I've done that for a long time.
And see, I use the Member Mark liquid pods in my washing machine too.
I do too.
And see, I thought the pods sounded neat, but they do have some dry in them. I mean, they've got the little liquid pockets on top.
In the
but they're dry-
dishwasher?
Yeah, in the pods. There is the dry underneath too, so I thought, I'll just go back
I
and use
think
my
those
Cascade liquid.
Member Mark pods smell just like Tide.
I do too.
That's what
Holly and
I
I
use.
split those, but mine almost, I thought they almost smelled sour because it took me so
Mine are
long
fine.
to use them.
I don't, and
Mine
I still
are
have
too.
some.
It was just like,
If it's too wet underneath
I
your
mean,
sink
it's
or
just
something.
me.
I
because
just
mine is
use,
just-
I just run my dishwasher maybe once or twice a week.
I do too. I'm single.
So
I do.
9 months old.
And but you said
Mine
yours
is
got kind
probably
of
a
gummy
year
too.
old.
Yeah.
And mine, they got too moist.
And I left mine in
somehow.
the original bucket. I gave you half and then I kept the bucket.
No, I have the bucket.
Oh, well, I put mine in a Ziploc bag.
Well, that's probably why.
Maybe they didn't.
There's something with
They
the.
needed to breathe just a little bit.
And see, I buy the bucket and it probably takes me a year to use them.
Well, see, I put mine in a Ziploc bag. So
That's
maybe
why.
it was
They
sealed
got
too tight.
Mhm.
And they kind of,
Sealed in the moisture.
because of the hot
and
water
didn't
from the
let 'em breathe.
dishwasher.
I know, I was
underneath
talking
there.
about Sam's at work and they said, you're single and you buy that stuff at Sam's, isn't that more than?
Only have to buy toilet paper twice a year, hell yeah.
Exactly. Toilet paper, Kleenexes,
Laundry
laundry
detergent.
soap, and dishwashing soap.
So we go through one of those big tubs about about a month and a half.
The dish,
Of the
clothes.
Clothes, yeah.
I go through it more than I do the dishes because I don't do dishes that often because it's just me. But, I think the thing of dish things probably lasts me a year.
I've had that.
But I don't
happen,
ever
we
have
bought
to
that.
remember to go get it. I mean, it's there. It's under a sink. and
I
it's-
actually only last about 6 months, so yeah, 5 or 6 months.
I thought about getting a new thing when we were at Sam's the other day. I'm like, I still have like 8 or 10. That's gonna last me 2 months.
And we shared that one.
See, I do 2 loads of dishes a day. I'll do one in the morning and one at night.
I'm like if I do one a week.
Now, when I was doing all this baking, I did, because I washed the sheet pans by hand, but everything else I did in the dishwasher. And so I did it more often then, but
And
I buy my trash sacks there, the kitchen trash
We do
sacks.
too, we do too.
I got Ziploc
See,
bags.
that one
this
fits
last
you
time.
good, even though it's deep, because you're tall, right?
Yep.
I mean, you can sit back and feel your
Yep.
knees in and hit the.
Shoot, I do 3 loads of laundry a day. And that's still just with Megan home. I mean, the other kids are not even there. It's still 3 loads of laundry.
Is your water bill really?
It's about $80, $100.
Oh, that's not bad. And does the ambulance include in your water bill?
I'm sorry.
Ambulance?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I know the time that I don't know what happened, but I was
There's young
over
buckets
there.
out on the
I
washing
had to go to
machine.
the emergency room,
You
and
need to
Amy,
dump it in.
I don't mind your
her and Jason couldn't
bag
handle,
these
so they
bags.
called
What
the
do you think?
ambulance. I didn't pay a thing.
They'll crunch them up good.
The city paid for it because it's in
Say
the
you
water
wouldn't,
bill.
but they'll crunch them up good. So.
Bones in the wild, dogs
I
say
don't,
bones
and it
all
wasn't
the
even
time.
charged by insurance.
I don't know if ours will pay it for it to take, like, if I want you to do, my dog is here at OU, but. I don't know if
that
it would-
far.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll pay or if they'll make you go to Yukon. I don't know.
The closest hospital.
Maggie.
I know when Amy had that accident, that's what they did, so that's why we had to go.
They were out back here, Aunt
Then
Lois.
we had to go to Chinchay, then we had to go to Oklahoma City, and it's just like, why couldn't you just pay to go to Oklahoma City in the first place? But they had to go to the closest hospital.
Yeah, especially if it's trauma or whatever.
I got to the emergency room, and that little doctor, he looked like he was Asian. Had never treated arthritis. They had to run all these tests. And in the end, even my arthritis doctor thought it was a flare, but shot me up with pain medicine and twice, 2 different kinds. I couldn't, it felt like if I moved, my bones would break. That's how bad it was.
You never had a flare like that before?
I hadn't. The only time was when I took Imuran, and it was, and I saw my allergic to list. And I thought maybe I had forgotten to take my medicine that day. But Dr. Malloy just shrugged it off. He said, you probably have a flare. I said, I've had it for all these years and I've never had it. He said, but that little doctor had no clue what it was. None. And I just said, I've got to have pain medicine, so they gave me one, and it still didn't, so they gave me 2 again. So, and then sent me home with stuff, and I said, well, I'm feeling better now, maybe I don't need it. And he goes, you need to take this.
Didn't think you were drug seeking?
So, I think arthritis is one of those that they
know it's,
yeah.
when it's documented and they can.
What did I read recently that people are using and they might be regulating it next?
Opioids?
No, it's some everyday stuff. It's kind of like the sinus medicine that they use in meth now that you have to buy behind the counter. So those of us that really need it and only...
You can only buy 3 at a time, or
yeah, well, one package of me lasts for about a year, but it does help.
Well, when it first happened, I don't.
Like
Me and Mom were sick.
Huh?
Yeah,
Like
somehow they can break it down and
Oh,
make meth
it's
out of it.
Pseudoephedrine.
It's
Yeah.
pseudoephedrine, yeah. And so I bought a couple of, like, I had cough medicine for both of us and a thing for both
They
of us.
document that every time anybody
And
buys.
she's like,
something
you
like
can
that.
only do 3. I'm like,
Yeah.
what do you mean I can only? 2 of us are sick. What do you mean I can only do? I was so
Amy and
irritated.
Jason were on a trip.
Like,
with the
look at
kids.
me. Can you not tell? I mean, I was sniffling and fever and I looked awful.
Amy and Jason were on the trip when the kids were little, and they wouldn't let, because all of them were sick, and they wouldn't let her buy enough for their whole family either.
And you can't even, because you're registered, you can't even go to another store and buy.
Right.
Because it pops
It's
up
on
and
the
says,
registry.
you already bought.
Well, pain medicine now is unregistered,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Of course, Amy had a crazy friend that she would go to different doctors back in the day, and she would get all of them, and she ended up committing suicide with them. So there's a reason some people abuse them, but she would just go to a different doctor and, not here. I'm trying to think what that is. It's an everyday, and it doesn't cost very much thing. I'll remember before the day's over. Oh, I like your bull too. Did you get that at Hobby Lobby?
Yeah. That's what we're talking about. Got the sconces at a craft show.
Do you have a Kirkland's handy? Because Kirkland's has those sconces too, I think.
There's one right at Yukon.
I haven't been.
I want a windmill for my flower bed. Hobby Lobby has them, and so far I can't bring myself to buy them until
I want one of the,
get on Social Security, but.
Like spool end clocks to go on this.
Is that thing on?
What thing?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Lights blinking.
Frank! Frank needs another bone. He ain't supposed to be.
Oh, goodness.
If I ever have another bone,
I eat another bite, I'm gonna sick.
got butter on it either way. That's not a bone. Well, I called her.
Wow, that was so good.
It was. up if you get containers for me.
It's fine.
I'll check my glass door. I'm gonna work out a little. I was scared to have a whole bunch of this, because I'm gonna try a little bit. It's really good.
So do you have containers?
Yeah.
Well, some of this,
Oh, I have.
you might as well just leave in the regular stuff.
Like that, all of these. Just leave house put foil over that. So it's big blocks.
What about the dresses? And the gravy, and the taters?
I got bowls, Ziploc things. Oh, Holly, that was wonderful.
Yes, thank you all for roasting. Excellent.
Good. I didn't even touch your brie.
Is this the wash side?